Hey guys, this is an in-studio post-show record due to, well, working the bugs out on this new video thing. This is the part of the show where I say thank you for all your support on Patreon. And if you are not a Patreon subscriber, you can go to patreon.com/InterBrews and support for $1 an episode right now and get more of this with more cameras. We need to add more cameras and all that good stuff. Helps us do more. So enough of me talking about that. Here's what's in it for you. Exclusive episodes, early releases, and free things. Right now, free cider from Houston Cider Company, but only for Patreon supporters. You got to go and get the details on all of that. So head on over and enjoy this episode of InterBrews recorded at BAKFISH Brewing in Pearland with Kris, Bianca, and Caleb. Thanks for listening. On to the show.
The following is a presentation of Stewed Productions.
This is Bianca.
Hey, this is Kris.
This is Caleb.
Tell them where we are and what we're doing.
We're at BAKFISH talking beer.
For InterBrews.
This is InterBrews.
That's pretty good. Pretty
It's
good.
been a while.
Yeah. You want to take two? Just kidding, Mike.
Hey, let's just go with it.
Let's just go with it. I think that's part of it. You,
We'll get better the more we drink.
yeah, that's true. That is always true. Hey, guys. It's good to see everybody. It's looking good from this side of the table on. This is great. I'm really happy to see everybody. It's been a while.
It has.
And we've made it through a tumultuous time. It's still tumultuous sea or whatever. We're kind of like wading out of.
Yeah.
It's weird, right? Everything's weird. But it's getting less weird each day, I think, if they'll let us.
Are we just becoming accustomed to
Yeah.
it?
Maybe. Yeah, it's like not post-traumatic. It's like, what do you call that? Where you start to relate to your captors. Stockholm Syndrome. It's a bit of Stockholm Syndrome. But when you have beer, you can relate to almost anybody, right?
Yeah,
So
There you go.
we're here to celebrate beer, BAKFISH beer, here in Pearland, everybody. Mas Lucha. I'm about to take a sip. Caleb,
I'm watching you.
watch this and then speak ever so, I don't know,
Elegantly.
eloquently. Yeah,
that word.
Just with extra succulent words. Used all the succulent words to describe the beer.
Oh, what you're tasting is a Mexican amber lager.
It's delicious.
It is. It's got a little bit more punch than your normal Vienna, I think. I feel we put a little extra,
Yeah, there's something extra there.
a little moss.
I'm getting some moss. What is the, not moss, like, what is it, what's the moss stuff that we use in brewing?
Whirlflock.
Yeah, is that clarifier? What is that? Something moss?
Oh, you talking about masa?
No.
Irish moss.
Irish moss. That's
Irish
it.
moss. There we go.
I was thinking, all I could think of was Randy Moss. I was like, no, we don't put any, he's not in beer at all that I know of.
No.
No, there's something extra. That's MOSS, Irish moss,
Yes.
versus
MAS,
MAS,
yeah.
which is Spanish for moss.
Spanish for moss.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think?
It's very good. There's an extra little, is it a hoppy little kick to it there at the end? Just a little something.
It's got
There's a little something.
yeah, there's a little something. We went pretty heavy on the amber type grains,
Okay.
and just wanted to put something out there that wasn't just your everyday what everyone's calling Mexican lager.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
No, it's good. It's got
some flavor.
It's one. It grabs your attention. Like, oh, because you go into it. What's that, Mike? Very flavorful. We didn't give Mike a mic. Mike's back. Mike was with
Mike
us.
is Mikeless.
Mike is Mikeless, but Mike is back. He's actually
good to
he's
see
actually
Mike.
earning his TD title, the technical director.
Oh.
We've had him on as technical director for years, and now he's actually technically directing behind screens and cameras and stuff. So this is exciting. Thank y'all for allowing me to, take forever to set up and do this.
Oh man, mi casa es su casa.
Y'all are the first. Remember this. This is kind of a new beginning to the new era of InterBrews. The first on-location video shoot, multi-camera, NHD, all that.
Ooh, HD.
Well, going along with that, this is kind of a new era for us.
Yes.
This is our first in-house release from our new canning line.
Okay, go on.
Do you want to talk about that, Kris?
Yeah, we were using, back in the day, we were, canning with third party. And then, just looking at that, from the business side, the margins were not ideal. So we were looking to do this. We were going to step out of the market for a little bit. Enough time to get our own line and then jump back in. Well, the time to step out of the market was the exact wrong time, which is when everybody started getting beer to go.
Right.
But, here we are now. We've got our own thing. We're rocking it. Trying to kick them out here. We'll be in store soon.
So when did the can? I mean, it's like this is the first. You said this is it, right? This is.
Well, this is our first run of our 16 ounce, like what our in-house releases.
Okay.
You'll start to see our other, year rounds popping up in stores soon.
Okay, cool. I like the 16-ounce cans because it's like, do I want 2 whole beers? I don't know. But I want a little more than this one beer. And the 16-ounce can is like right there in that sweet spot for when it's like, I want a beer, but with a capital B.
Well, you want something to fill a pint glass.
Yes.
You pour
Yes.
a 12-ounce beer into a pint glass, and it leaves you wanting a little more.
Right? And sometimes that's a great thing, but most of the time that's just like, I just want more. And I'm kind of like, I wish I had more of that. And with 16 ounces, it's kind of that sweet spot. We live in a 16-ounce world, I think. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One pint at a time.
What's what like any different like any challenges like what with the new canning line? Let's talk new canning line. I'd love to hear like new stuff. What have been the challenges like getting a canning line online? Like, I mean, have y'all ever set up a canning line before? Did you have to go to canning line school?
No, we went ahead and hired somebody with experience.
That's super smart.
Yeah, he was running the line at another brewery, so
Perfect.
And was, I think, had some time off due to COVID, so he was looking for somebody actually starting one up. So
Okay. No.
Yep.
Perfect.
Kind of worked out. Perfect timing.
yep,
Yeah. No. I think that's. Yeah. It's like almost like it was meant to be.
there you go.
Can you dispute that? So, like canning, what are some of the? Is it everything you thought it would be, or is it like? I can only speak from geeky production stuff. You get a new piece of equipment, it's like this is everything I wanted, but now I have to learn how to get it and get all the things that go with it to make it work the right way.
Yeah.
And so now, instead of I thought it was only going to be this many dollars, and now it's like 3 times as many when you add everything to it. Is it the same kind of?
Dollar wise, it's been pretty much where I expected it to be.
So you do budgets.
Yeah.
So that's probably what I should.
Time wise, it's they give you this range on how fast and how many you're going to get filled and what amount of time, and you kind of pick the middle of that, and it's been a little below that, but other than that,
Okay.
it's been not too bad.
Any difference between the 16s and the 12s? Like the approach? Do you have to? I don't know.
Just got to modify the line, raise the
That's it.
the seamer up a little bit.
They don't have like a different rate of movement, like wind drag.
Well, you got to slow down the fill because
Yeah.
you got to put more beer in there. But,
Okay. Okay. What about? Okay. So here's been the big one. You see this everywhere. If you're on LinkedIn for 2 seconds, you see your can shortage.
Yes.
Has that been a real thing?
That I did get lucky on. So, when I picked the wrong time to get out, I picked the right time to get back in and locked in cans for us.
Okay.
So,
So-
I was fortunate in that.
Does that work? Is that like just a contract you set up, like somebody, and they're like
Yep.
beholden to get to your cans?
Yes.
You don't have
Yep.
to go like craft them out of field grass or something like that. If you get short,
They might be. They're already talking about importing stuff from Korea and all kinds of craziness. So,
Yeah. Is aluminum the only thing you can make cans? I mean, I know they used to have steel cans. Those
yeah.
there's still some at the bottom of the
You know
ocean.
what? I saw a thing the other day that steel cans would be like 3 or 4 times it wouldn't be worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any other material? Could you do hemp?
Yeah.
Would
I
that-
mean,
Somebody could,
What
I'm
if
sure.
we just go back to doing bottles?
Yeah. Would that be the next thing? Would it just be straight up?
It wouldn't surprise me if a lot of people went back to bottles right now.
Yeah.
Just economies and what they are.
Does the canning line? Hey, oh, never mind. I'm trying to look at where mic inputs are. Do we have? Bianca, talk to me for a second.
Hey there.
Okay, I hear you.
Can you hear me?
No, I hear you, Kris. I hear
Okay.
you. Great.
Oh,
Okay,
fantastic.
I just had a little bit of. I don't know. Is that me? That's me.
Yep.
Bianca, keep talking.
You're going quiet and
Okay.
lower now.
Okay, there you go. That's you. That's weird. That doesn't look. Okay. From this angle, it looks like a different. You're fine. We're all fine. Sorry, I just second guessing myself.
We got a technical guy around here somewhere?
Yeah, if only we had a technical director to take care of all these issues. It's fine. It's fine. He did a great job today. It's this whole COVID thing has been like Mike has been on his like a spiritual journey. He's building a brew shed in his backyard as we speak.
Oh, nice.
He's pricing like a mini split for to even air condition the whole thing. So
Nice.
if any of y'all want to come brew at Mike's house, we're doing all that. Yeah, if you need a place to stay, you can sleep there. It's gonna have Are you gonna do a futon or like a? Well, okay, we'll figure something. Futons, the worst transformer in the history of transformers. It's not a good bed or a good couch. It just sucks. So Caleb, I feel like we kind of did a disservice. We told everybody your identity. I feel like there should have been a secret going into it, but we just kind of.
Oh, what? This is how I dress every day.
Every day?
Yes.
Mask mandate. I get it. Okay. So
Yeah.
you're just following the state order.
You can't get in places without mask.
Right.
So I went with it.
Is the rule for like from The Princess Bride? Was he correct saying that they're terribly comfortable and he feels that everybody will be wearing them in the future? Oh, that's like prophecy. When nobody.
But you know what?
Princess Bride had it right.
Right. Mm-hmm.
We
Feels like a nice hug.
Okay, like on your just a face hug all day long.
Yes.
Okay. What material is that?
I
It's like
don't-
spandex.
Yeah, there's a little spandex, little foam, or like somewhere. I don't know.
Okay.
It works.
Vision's great.
Pretty good, yeah.
Breathing doesn't tickle your nose, or
Can you drink?
yeah,
I can drink. Yes. Look, I've managed to get that so much down.
Okay.
I don't have a beer mustache.
That we
Yeah.
can, you could, but we wouldn't know it.
Yeah, exactly.
What was the criteria for picking this particular mask? I know each mask has a story, a legend.
Well, I was just going with something off of.
He wanted to look just like the mask on our can, so he went
Yes.
with red.
Okay. No, red's a good color for you.
And I have to admit, I'm not up on whomever's mask this is from.
I'm not either.
Yeah, so-
Ask him his luchador name.
What is your luchador name?
Oh, it's El Gringo Rojo. Of course.
I like that. I like it. Favorite luchador of all time?
All time. And I guess I would have to just go with Rey Mysterio.
He is the best. Yeah. You gonna get that? That's part of your duties now. I'm worried about answering the phone. Bianca, do you have a favorite luchador?
Nacho Libre?
Okay, that'll work. That's fine. I always there was like around like in the late 90s in WCW where there's we got exposure to a lot of good luchadors.
We
like
did, yes.
Hoovy Juice. And then and then they all got unmasked.
I know.
Psychosis. Who else we got?
Oh,
Does Tiger Mask count? Was he a Japanese guy? He's not.
he was a Japanese guy, but
Does that count as a luchador?
He gets put in with luchadors.
Okay. Any masked wrestler is a luchador? Or do they have to be from or in
No,
Mexico?
I think it's just the style.
It's the style of wrestling.
Yeah.
So you don't have to have a mask.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the style? What makes it different?
It's more acrobatic, I think.
Yeah, it's like very
Okay.
gymnastics. Yeah, luchador wrestling versus just your standard like hard style or
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a lot of top rope,
Flips and-
and flops and flies.
yeah. It's super realistic, like as in a fight.
It's like a
Clearly,
superhero fight.
I'm like, clearly I don't know a lot about wrestling. This is our aficionado over here, so
I don't know. I was the guy. I'm such a wrestling nerd. I used to watch like Telemundo and stuff. I would not understand one word they were talking about, but the AAA was awesome.
Yeah, the AAA out of Mexico. That's the Mexican
Yes.
wrestling league. Like it's like a TNA or WWE here. Maybe not as big as WWE.
I
WWE's
don't know.
kind
In
of a
Mexico,
world.
they're pretty big.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't understand like how big stuff is in other countries.
That's
you
true.
know.
That's true.
We just think whatever's American is probably the biggest thing there. You know.
That's true. There's guys that ran for. Who was it that ran for president but never took off his mask? Do you remember?
Oh, I mean, there was El Santo back in the day.
Was that?
Yeah,
He ran for president.
he was a movie star. He wore his mask and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like part of legend. Buried in his mask. They never took it off in front of people ever.
that's
It was
creepy.
it was disgraceful to be unmasked in front of.
Now I wonder if you could go out and disguise unmasked where nobody know who you are, and be fine.
You know, probably that would work.
But
That might have been the reason behind it all.
Yeah, that's actually pretty brilliant.
Yeah.
I should have done that at the
Oh.
very beginning of this podcast. I get swamped. People are like, "Oh, you're
I
that
bet, man.
you're that dude on that audio only podcast."
You're so popular.
I know, right? Actually, now everybody's gonna know what I look like.
Man, well, without the headphones, maybe you can get by.
We
Right?
have another mask here.
I do have another mask. I've got a plague mask.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is that?
I enjoy wearing masks.
Yeah. Well, you kind of take on different characters. Like when you brew all your beers, it's like you channel another character.
I do. I try to channel everything.
Yeah.
He becomes the beer. He's one with the beer.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. You are Mas Lucha. Mike wanted to know if your head gets sweaty.
I mean, it depends. Like if I'm over the boil kettle or in the mash tun, yeah.
I would almost imagine it could almost like keep you cooler.
But actually, yes, this absorbs the sweat, and then when the fan hits it or something, it evaporates and it cools.
I wonder if you could put like an ice pack up in there.
I probably could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep it snug to your melon.
Mm-hmm.
Might be.
I don't really have the need. It's kind of cooled off now for the falls a little bit.
I was like, and you have your little
oh man,
fan necklace that you wear.
Does that work?
Oh yes, gloriously.
Yeah, it goes around his neck, and there's 2 little fans that blow in his face.
Mm-hmm.
They should probably because so many brewers listen to the show. What do you know the brand? I don't want
that. I don't know. You can find them on Amazon. It's it's the ultimate dad gift.
Okay. Well, I'll look into it and see if they want to promote their stuff to some people that would really need it and love it.
Yeah, it's great. I mean,
maybe we can get you an endorsement deal.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah. Caleb Wilson, spokesmodel.
And then he becomes too big for BAKFISH.
Never.
Never.
So Kris was just off mic, off table, off camera. Now he's back. He was answering the phone because he owns a brewery.
Yeah, somebody has to run the business.
Yeah. So
the not fun part.
Yeah. Was it not fun? I mean, I'm guessing a fun phone call would be if they were delivering like a bounce house.
That wasn't a bad phone call. They want us to work an event and sell some beer. So.
Yeah. Right. Beer's always fun, right?
Yeah.
I would imagine the worst phone calls are like, hey, your sewer line's going to be shut off. We're doing repairs or something for the next 3 days or something like that. It's, see you later.
That would stink.
Mayor Pearland. Yeah, it would. So, okay, what are we? We're not. What county are we in? Are we in Fort
Brazoria?
Brazoria.
Yes.
Brazoria County.
You can throw a rock and hit Galveston County from here, though.
Okay, so South
Yep.
Brazoria. What? None of the counties are perfect shapes. They're all whatever.
Oddball,
yeah, oddball shapes for whatever reason. Your COVID experience with it's left up to the counties a lot. I live in Harris, so
my condolences.
It's been, and that's the thing. I'm like real close to Waller, and I work in Montgomery County, and so are real close to Montgomery County, if not in it. Maybe I straddle. I don't even know. So I get like Montgomery County's kind of been the you're doing that. We're going to do the exact opposite. Harris County. So whatever y'all do, we're doing okay. You're mandating masks, mandating no shirts. That's what Montgomery County comes up. No pants. We're doing no pants. That's how opposite of you we're going. And it's like it gets awkward. But how are things in it is weird. You should stay down here. How are things in Brazoria?
All things considered, we're doing okay. I don't know if y'all got off on the COVID related things, but
we waited on you.
Okay, I appreciate that. But we did go through the whole become a restaurant thing, so we've got some great deli sandwiches now. So,
Nice.
Yeah. But other than that wasn't really county related.
Okay, that was more of a state thing,
Yep.
right? Not more of. It is.
Yeah.
So let's talk sandwiches because I love sandwiches.
Hey.
What's better than sandwich? What kind of sandwiches y'all got?
Cool. A little spread of everything. A couple of the big ones. We have bacon grilled cheese, which has been real popular. We got a nice Reuben that I love.
I can't say that word out loud without having to have one within like the next 48 hours. So if I say the word
Reuben,
right, I have to have it. It's weird. It's like a trigger.
That's right. I know a
thank
guy.
you.
Hey, look at that.
Thank you, TD.
So,
all of these?
yeah.
You have a
Oh,
whole. I have a smorgasbord.
So we put the whole thing together and bought equipment and all that stuff, and we got our permit approved, and literally the next day they said, oh yeah, you can partner with a food truck if you want. I'm like, I've already ordered food and spent money on stuff. I'm like, we're just gonna ride with this. And
Yeah.
It really has been a success, though.
We should get you a mic, Mike.
Someone here makes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the first 2 weeks it was me back there making sandwiches, which
Yeah.
was awful because I was there, here
Day,
trying to do my
night.
day job and then coming in making sandwiches.
Just sandwiches all
night.
day.
Yeah.
I don't mean to brag,
Yeah.
but my first job in the real world, not just mowing yards, I was a sandwich artist.
Ooh.
Got the shirt that said it and everything.
Nice.
So if you need any tips,
I might take you up on that.
I'll channel my 16-year-old self and teach you everything I learned as a sandwich artist at Subway. No, that's not where you want to go to get your education. What's your favorite one? I had some that I didn't like making, and then some that I really enjoyed making. Do you have one that you enjoy making the most?
I don't mind many of them. The only one that's a pain in the butt to make is the bacon grilled cheese, because you've got to do it the exact right way, or the cheese just does not melt with the equipment we have.
Yeah.
So it becomes a big headache.
Yeah, it's fickle.
And of course, it's a popular one.
Yep.
Yep.
And of course, it's the one we sell the most of.
They
so.
know that it's fueled with either love or frustration, but either way, that melty cheese is.
Yep. It's important.
Yeah.
So no more food trucks?
We're looking at things. Yeah. With the relaxed status right now, we might bring back kind of on the weekends or something like that.
So are we at 100% capacity, 75? What are we at?
We're a restaurant, so we're 75%, but you still have to have your social distancing,
Right.
And all that fun stuff. So.
Yeah, I wonder how long. Is there going to be a national "we're done with everything" day? Like, where we ever is it?
It feels like it's never going to end, quite honestly, after this year.
Yeah.
We've been through so much, so many ups and downs and highs and lows. It's been crazy. Every week it was something different.
Right. Well, what's the biggest? The biggest part of that is, it starts out 2 weeks. We can just get through the next 2 weeks. We'll be good. And then you get to the end of 2 weeks, and it's like, we meant 2 months.
2 months?
Yeah, it's like we meant 8 months.
Yep.
It's like they keep moving the end, right? And the strategy, maybe that was like, if we can just get everybody to concentrate for 2 weeks, then we can. I don't know if they knew they were going to extend it, but if they had said 18 months at the beginning, I think everybody's mind. I don't know what would have happened. I guess that hindsight's not even 2020. I mean, it's 2020 hindsight, right? But it's not, because we're in 2020.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. It is tough, right? It's like big shoulder shrugs. Like my shoulders, I feel like my shoulders are stronger now, but also more tired now from all the shrugging.
Yep.
So, yeah. Bianca, how has it all affected your side of things? I mean, you're trying to.
It's been crazy. Kris has had to talk me off of a ledge a few times, but it's just been really crazy because for a while there, it was changing every week. So it was like scramble to get ready to open just to be shut down a few days later, and then redo everything for being shut down. And it was a headache. It was a lot. It was stressful, and just then not knowing.
Yeah. That's the toughest part, right?
And even now, it's like, all right, we want to do things to draw people out, but we don't want too many.
Right.
Yeah, so like we don't even know what kind of events we should be doing right now. Obviously, everything has to be social distance, so we're still trying to figure things out even now.
Yeah. I'm ready for it to be done. If they want to end it early, I'm fine. If they just want to call it now. Anybody? I don't know. I wonder if there's one person. There's got to be somebody out there that's really enthusiastic about all this. Like, this has been the most, excellent experience of my life. I've learned so much about everything. I mean, I try to be optimistic, but F COVID.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's Caleb. Do you have a favorite sandwich?
The spicy turkey. It's pretty good.
Yeah, all these look good.
Yeah, we've actually received rave reviews over this menu. We kind of were scrambling to find a way to get open, and we decided on this. And Kris said, "Well, if we're going to go this route, we're going to do it right." And so, we got top of the line ingredients, everything fresh, delivered every week. And he really took the time to put those sandwiches together.
Was it something that was ever in just the back of your mind to say someday we're going to add restaurant sandwiches, food?
Not as a sandwich shop. That was the easiest way to get the restaurant aspect going. Even before we opened up, doing food was always kind of my thing, because food and beer pairings have always been, just it's fun. It's enjoyable for me. One of my favorite things to do, getting to do these off-site stuff. Stuff like that. But I like to consider myself a little bit of a foodie, so I like to think I can put something together. So.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's that's cool.
But I think doing it on our own terms we would have done it a lot differently.
So maybe you would have done it differently, but are there any things about like sandwiches and things like that because the sandwiches are an art in and of themselves. It's much like crafting a beer, right? You have to have the right grain in your bread, and then the meat and the veggies, the hops, all that kind of
Oh, yeah.
Comes
How
to-
thin, thick you slice it, that all matters.
Mouthfeel, all that. Sandwiches are complex.
We actually do the pickle. It comes with a hopped pickle.
Yeah.
Go on.
So yeah, we make the pickles in house. We just grab some whole leaf hops or whole cone hops and chunk them in there and get a little of that hop flavor coming through on it as well.
This next segment's called All Pickles All the Time. Tell me more about do you what do you do spears?
Yes.
And then your brine. What's in your brine?
So typically some mustard seed, coriander seed, black peppercorns, a bunch of garlic, a bunch of fresh dill, and then apple cider vinegar is where it's at. Get a little more sweetness from that.
Yeah, and then the hops used. When do you right into the jar?
Right into the bucket here.
Big
yeah.
like a big
5-gallon pail.
How many?
We need a lot.
Yeah, how many pickle spears? How many pickle spears fit in a 5-gallon?
I don't know if I have an exact count on that, but quite a few.
Yeah,
That's
It's usually about 45 pounds of cucumbers, if that's...
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's cool though. What hops do you put in there? What?
The first batch we did with Mosaic, I think I'm on Cascade right now. So we're kind of switching that around, having some fun with it, seeing what pops.
Yeah.
So what the flavor's drawn out? You've got acid, right? I guess that's going to strip out a bit, but you're not going to get to boil. You got to get bitterness, you have to boil, right? So you don't get any bitterness, I don't guess.
No,
just all flavor.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Make a big old brine, bunch of salt, some sugar in there, sweeten it up a little bit.
Yeah. Have y'all considered then taking that and fermenting? What I don't know. What's next? I mean, can you
take the pickle juice and make a pickle beer?
Yeah. Has that been
Yeah.
done? Have y'all? I mean, I know it's been done
We've made a pickle beer in the past, but not using our own
in
pickles.
house. Super meta.
It could be happening soon.
Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah.
What's the base style? If you did if somebody were to do that.
I would think a Goza or Berliner Weiss.
Okay.
Yeah, a little tartness.
Sourness there already.
Yeah. You could almost. I wonder. It could other than meat, right? I mean, you can get roasty, you can get toasty, that sort of. But that's really other than meat. That's the only flavor you don't want meat flavor in your beer. You want your beer to go with the meat. But other than that, everything else on a sandwich you can emulate in a beer. Bready, mayonnaise, sure. Mayonnaise stout. Y'all don't do that.
No.
Good onion flavor in there.
Maybe not. Maybe. Well, I guess you could. There are hops that taste like onions, right?
There
And
are.
garlic and everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe my point was completely wrong. But other than it being wrong, you can emulate some flavors.
Hey, bread's from grain, beer's from grain.
Yeah.
Let's eat a sandwich and drink a beer.
Is there a better thing? Sandwich and a beer? What's better? Pizza and beer? But pizza's like a sandwich just with no top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of.
They say there's I don't know if it's a game, but there's a saying that you can basically every food can go back to being referred to as a sandwich. Bread, meat, vegetables.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, is there yeah. I don't know of anything that won't go on some sort of sandwich. Is there anything?
Yeah, I don't know. Can you sandwich it?
Challenge.
I think we have a new weekly challenge.
Yeah,
Just,
find the. Yeah.
I'm now that I have a large audience, is there anybody out there that eats peanut butter, bananas, and mayo together?
I've heard of it. I do peanut butter and banana all the time. Toast the bread.
That's a great combo.
I like toasting the bread, and I love
little marshmallow fluff.
I don't do. I'm not, but I'm not opposed. I'll try that. I like toasting a bagel, so you get the chewy, crunchy, and then and always crunchy peanut butter. Are we all in agreement?
I don't.
No.
I like smooth.
I like smooth too.
Chris.
I'm with you.
Thank
Chunky.
you. All right. Yes. Chunkier the better. I'm like, just throw some don't even shell the peanuts. Just throw. Maybe not that much.
Not that far, but yeah.
Do you do peanut butter and banana, Mike? Okay. Okay. Here's the next question. When you do your peanut butter and banana, we'll set the crunchy versus creamy aside. There's enough contention in this country right now with everything else going on, so we don't need to have this big debate on that. We can do that later when people are it's a little less raw, right? But when you prepare your bananas, do you slice or mash?
Slice.
Oh,
Slice.
yeah, slice.
I
No?
don't feel like an outlier now. I do the mash with a fork. You put it in a paper bowl because it's impossible to clean, right? Throw your peanut butter, but you only mash a bit, so you get bigger chunks and smaller chunks, and it mixes with the peanut butter, and that's it. But you don't mash it till it's like a paste. You want chunks.
You like chunks in your thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a chunky.
Chunky guy.
In a minute, I'll be doing the truffle shuffle because that's how much I love chunks. I love all the chunks. So that's just me. I prefer the texture better.
I like all my stuff smooth. I don't know.
Okay, maybe that's your approach to life. So you're a brewer. You like to lock everything in. But yeah, when some of the beers you brew are a little bit, like, what's going to happen here? We're dealing with different types of fermentation. We don't know.
True.
But they're not chunky.
They're not. None of. That's true. None of your beers are chunky. Maybe that was my problem with home brewing. I tried to. Oh, that's me. How dare I? Spam risk. Spam on a peanut butter and banana and spam.
No.
No, me neither.
I have put peanut butter on a hamburger before.
I've
I've
put
had-
spam in lieu of a hamburger before.
Okay.
I've seen peanut butter on hamburgers before. I heard it's good.
What's the Shack?
That's where I had it.
in
The
Cyprus.
Burger Shack. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Shack. Yep.
Yeah, they have one. They go crazy.
They
They're
I
a
think
bit,
they might throw banana on that too.
yeah, they're a bit unhinged. I think it's called like an Elvis themed burger.
Yeah.
He used to deep fry his peanut butter and bananas,
Oh.
which is why he was in such good shape and why he's still with us.
Mhm.
Power, diet and exercise,
Fruits and nuts.
jumpsuits. That's what you need.
I mean, yeah,
And, like,
it
we-
is fruits and nuts.
Like, we love our lunch here. First thing we ask when we get to work, what are we having for lunch?
Still eating breakfast on the way in, and you're asking about lunch.
Well, of course.
Mike, did you get to look at the menu? Do you want to look at the menu? They have hummus. You like hummus? Who doesn't love hummus? Do you like hummus? Is
Yeah,
it kale? It's
yeah.
smooth.
It's smooth.
What do you dip in your hummus? What's your favorite thing to dip in hummus?
Pita.
Pita chips?
Yeah.
Pita bread, even chewy pita bread.
I'm not too big on the chips. I'm more the bread.
The chewy.
Yeah.
It's that. It's like,
Mhm.
yeah. I'll do the chips in a pinch.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll even do broccoli if I'm trying to be healthy-ish.
Yeah, maybe a carrot or two.
Yeah, yeah. I like the broccoli. They're like small trees, and they like a broom, and it picks up extra hummus.
Yeah.
And you can almost not taste the broccoli. It's the best part of using broccoli.
It's the best part of being healthy. It's
Yeah.
not tasting it.
Exactly. Speaking of healthy, Bianca, the beer in front of you.
Yes.
We haven't even talked about that beer. We should talk about that beer because it looks delicious.
So this is from our Fish Face Sour series.
Mhm.
It's our Tang beer. It's really blowing up in a good way. But yeah, especially in the Houston market, it's really taken off. We actually are struggling to kind of pump it out consistently because we need a lot of it right now.
Yeah. Okay. So break it down. Flavors, texture, all the beautiful beery parts. What do you get when you drink that beer?
I mean, it tastes just like Tang. I mean, well, Tang's in it, so
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we put a healthy amount of Tang in there.
Uh-huh.
Maybe Caleb can.
Well, you're not that far from NASA, so that seems appropriate.
Well,
Well,
actually,
that's actually
yeah.
how we made it. We did it for the launch.
Okay.
But it was so popular, and they ended up rescheduling the launch because of bad weather.
I thought because they ran out of Tang, the beer.
Well, we did.
So that's why they rescheduled the whole launch. Like, scrub it. We have no beer.
Yeah. We ran out of Tang beer.
We did, and we had to rush to try to get it back on in time for the launch, and then we realized we might have something here.
So this is you're talking about the SpaceX, NASA.
Yes.
Yes.
What were the two guys? They went to the space station, and did you watch the whole thing?
Oh, yeah.
I
Actually,
watched the first.
I was in a bar
day.
watching it. Yeah. It was
What else?
pretty awesome.
There was something else going. It should have been the most amazing. Like, it was an amazing thing to watch.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Now I'm like, I remember watching it thinking everybody in the world should be watching this because this was the first launch from
A commercial.
Privatized.
ever,
Yeah.
right? And it was the first launch
Yeah,
from
private.
American soil in 10 years since the shuttle was
Mm-hmm.
Wow, yeah.
shuttled or whatever.
Shelved.
Yeah, whatever they do with shuttles. And we didn't get one here in Houston. Not bitter. But yeah, it was just this amazing thing to watch. And like their new spacesuits were kind of like, everybody's like, I don't understand the spacesuits. You know, the masks are looking, they're okay, but they're not. They should have gone with Lucha masks.
They should have. That would have been awesome.
Yeah. But what else was going? See, that's the thing. It's like everybody was talking about something else, and it turns out that didn't matter. But now we're talking about the launch because there was beer made for it.
There was.
When
And
was
this,
that?
I mean, it was what, back in March or May?
It
or
was
something like
right
that?
when COVID was happening.
Maybe that was the
It
thing.
might have been the.
Everything was just shutting down, and maybe maybe that was the distraction. But it's a shame because that was. I just remember I sat my girls and I'm like, girls, watch this. This is history, and it was all in like 4K, and you could see them going into space. It's mind blowing. And then I didn't have any of y'all's beer to celebrate, but
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, man.
I can relive it now. No, it's fine.
Yeah.
It feels like forever ago.
It does.
Now that you
I
think back.
actually messed up on the name for this beer too, because we had originally named it Astronaut Juice, and then I forgot about that and just started calling it Tang, and even wrote it on our menu board and everything. And I guess it kind of worked out because it stuck.
Yeah.
So
No, I think that's good. I think,
Now we can't make enough.
now we can't make enough. We're
Can't
always
keep
on
up
the
with it.
search for Tang at the grocery stores. We're all constantly making runs.
Do they? So I don't remember the last time I had Tang. Probably when I was a child. But I mean, it's orange. It's an orange flavored beverage. Is it? Do people still drink Tang all the time, or do they just? I don't know. Maybe it's like a. I don't know.
I don't know. We've got people drinking it again if they didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things I feel that's marketable is nostalgia, and this does that for people.
For sure. No, I'm like I can. I don't know. I just remember sitting in my little tub of it with the screw thing, and you could pour it. It was kind of like the Country Time lemonade type thing.
Oh, yeah.
You could measure it out in the lid. Did you ever do Tang back in the day? Yeah.
And then a lot of people have been doing like beer mimosas or making cocktails.
Somebody does that milkshake with it.
Yeah, so
Really?
a lot of people have been doing a lot of fun stuff with this.
Oh, that's cool. Oh. Okay.
That'll be your next beer.
Okay. I'll do that. We can do that. Now that we're doing video, I don't know how we pause. No. Don't pause it. No. I don't know. Let's just keep going. I don't know. We'll just. Somebody will talk and somebody will get beer, and I don't know how we're doing. I don't know. It's all just a work in progress.
grab
Oh, well, no. Okay, cool. The guy that claims to be Caleb is gonna go get one of the beers. Yeah. Anyway, well, we're almost into. Well, technically, we're in the fall, and I believe a week from today, it's gonna feel almost like fall.
Is it?
I think so.
I hope
know
so.
it got cold like a week ago or something like that.
For about 10 minutes, and then it went away, and now it's hot. It feels like Houston again, or the Gulf Coast.
It's like Houston light,
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't have that hard punch of like August, but I think a week from today it's going to be like high of 75ish,
Ooh.
sunny. Yeah, so that's promising. That's great for outdoor drinking and
Yep.
enjoyment and
Halloween parties.
Halloween parties. What do y'all got planned for Halloween? Thank you. Look at that. Everybody getting a shot of that? We need to get like a remote zoom. Ooh.
So for Halloween, we're just we normally have a dog costume contest, and it really draws a lot because we have a huge dog lover community
That's really
around
good.
here.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna do it virtually this year. Have some a great gift basket to give away, and then a 6-pack of our beer.
How's your puppy?
He's great. He's perfect. He's perfect.
What is your dog's name?
His name is Toby.
Toby.
Yes,
Adorable.
and he's a 5-pound little teacup Yorkie.
Teacup. So
Yes.
just little bitty.
A little bitty.
Is he around here? Do you have him like in a little carry along? No?
No, I don't bring him to work often because he constantly needs to be by my hip. So
Okay. He's one of those. I don't know what it is. We have 2 dogs, and they love my wife way more than they love me. Like, they'll tolerate me, but they don't. They follow her around. It's
Sounds like my kids.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing. I get to live there,
Yeah.
but I don't get top billing, that's for sure, unless it's a bill. And then for whatever reason, my name's on all of those.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, why? We did all these under my name, huh? And so that's it. Oh, well. But whatever. I digress. So dog costume. Do y'all have a favorite Halloween candy?
that's another thing that we're actually going to be doing. So we're actually going to be making a flight of candy beers for this Halloween.
Go on.
We kind of went with some untraditional candies,
Oh,
I guess.
I
this
like it
year,
already. Go
just
ahead. Like what?
Like I think
The hot tamale.
we're gonna do a hot tamale one.
Okay.
Blow pop.
What flavor? Like you got? Oh, blow pop is complex because you've got different flavors. You got like the green apple and the grape and the cherry and the watermelon.
I think we decided on blue raspberry,
Yeah,
right?
blue
Ooh,
raspberry.
blue raspberry, and then you got the gum element to it as well.
Yes.
Okay.
You're going to get all that.
Oh, All right.
Caleb's a pro. He's got this.
I don't doubt that at all. What else? So blow pops, hot tamales.
Reese's, and then we're going to do a candy apple, which is a little bit more traditional.
Yes, but not enough people do it.
Not for beer, but traditional as in Halloween candy.
Yeah, like old school, but like candy apple, you don't go to places and people don't do like home crafted. Like this may not be the year to do it.
Yeah.
You know, people may be
Let's stay away from the popcorn balls, and
this year.
Yeah.
Hopefully by next year we're like, we're fine. Everybody got.
Well, it's kind of crazy to think about how like people used to do bobbing for apples
Yes.
and stuff, and it's like nowadays that would be
Once this
unheard
thing,
of.
that's here. Listen, if you're going to invest in something like a mobile bobbing for apple truck or something like that, that's like 2022 is going to be a banner year for that because people are going to be all vaccinated or immune. And they're going to be so sick of like masking and social distancing that they're like, I want to do the exact opposite of that. So they're going to harden the paint for just like kissing on the mouth and drinking after each other. All of that.
Mike's excited over
Yes,
here.
he is so excited. He's going to be, like, try this beer. You can try on the same side I just drank out of. Okay, cool. Right in the face of all the germs because people are just going to be done with it. So it's going to be that next counter to
people are going to hold hands in line while they wait in the grocery store and things like that.
It might be the most together we've all been.
Yeah.
People may even like stand in the stall next to each other while they go to the bathroom just to be like, we can.
Could you imagine hugging people again?
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm going to hug.
You're a hugger.
I am a hugger. I'm going to be hugging so hard. People, they're going to be like, I'm just going to be inside. I got to start getting in shape now because it's coming. There's never been like we don't just like trail off into the good night with a trend. It's always like it goes and then it comes back. I mean, we had hazies and some people tried to come in with like brute IPAs, even though they didn't stay around. I feel like, people still make brute IPAs, or do they? Did everybody just stop?
I haven't seen one
I haven't seen one in a while.
I think COVID is like a brute IPA. It's like, all right, we kind of have to every 100 years.
You got to try it.
We got to try it. We had we had so much like easy life, great economy, and just ease of life. Everything's air conditioned, or your seats are warmed in the winter. All the things, right? We've gotten too comfortable,
Yep.
and then they were like, "Yeah, we've gotten too comfortable." 18 months of COVID, and then once we get on the other, we're going to appreciate everything again a little better. And so we're going to drink after each other and bobbing for apples. You can like your whole marketing scheme can be like, we don't change the water ever. This is not filtered, not chlorinated. If somebody doesn't finish their apple, we chunk it right back in there.
Yeah.
The whole deal. It's going to be
you
like,
only get to eat half.
Yeah.
The other half goes back.
right. And so it's going to be like by the end of the week, you got some sort of weird applesauce kind of thing. And you can take that and make a cider and then put it in the pickles. And then, listen, it's going to be a boom after this whole thing is.
Who's writing
I
this
like
down?
I like the way you think.
It's got to be, right? You can see it on everybody's faces. It's like we've endured and we got to endure for just a little bit longer. But we're closer than we were. We have to be, just by logic. So, and it's got to be the opposite. It doesn't have to be the exact opposite, but I feel like it will be. Maybe we adopt like the whole European, greet each other with kisses on the cheek.
Maybe not even the cheek. We just go full mouth.
Yeah, just Caleb, I miss you. You haven't shaved in a few days. This is gonna tickle, but
I was like, yeah, y'all first.
we'll see. But I'm willing to do it. I'm gonna get a mask too.
You should.
We'll post that on Instagram
Right on.
or Reels or whatever it's called. What's it called? What's the new thing for Instagram?
Yeah, reels.
Is that something? Have you utilized that yet?
No, I have not.
It's kind of them trying to keep up with TikTok, right?
Yes,
Okay.
but I don't think it's as great as TikTok. I think it may be a little bit more user friendly, but I don't think it's as great.
I think people are souring on Facebook, taking
Yeah.
over the world. All this, maybe.
Well, now they just did something where you can message in between them. Instagram and Facebook.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah. It's all connected.
It's
now.
all getting closer and closer together.
Yeah, it's saying like, they're all owned by Facebook,
Oh, of
right?
course,
By
yeah.
Zucks.
But let's just pretend they're not.
Yeah, it asked me the other day if I wanted to have the same profile picture throughout, and I'm like, no, I don't. I don't use either as much as I should.
Yeah.
I'm not very good at either one. of them.
What's your social media go to?
Lately it's been Twitter, but Twitter is just a dumpster fire of.
I've been
anger.
going back to Twitter lately.
It's a real time conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been on Facebook much at all. Like maybe once a day I'll spin through and then I'm out. Instagram kind of the same and I'm out. But a lot of time on YouTube, looking at my screen time.
Yeah.
It was embarrassing. It's like 10 hours
Just
a day.
watching yourself.
Just all day, just InterBrews and
Yeah.
Liquid Lunch all day,
Get
just
those
watching
views
me.
up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody's got to do it. Switching accounts, watching. Now I'll just put like podcasts on YouTube
Yeah.
and just watch them on YouTube. You got unlimited data, just drive around with it on YouTube, so it looks like I'm on YouTube all day, and I'm only on YouTube all day.
There you go.
So
I mean, I personally enjoy having a job where I can be on social media all the time.
what's your okay, so I'm bad at it. I'll admit. I just turned 40, and that's my excuse for everything now. It's like, oh, I don't feel like getting out of bed. I'm 40. It's our whatever. Just turned 40. Is that? You don't think is that a good excuse?
I don't know.
How old are you? You're not 40 yet.
No.
You're 36.
37.
37.
Yes, he just had a birthday in August.
That's right. Chris, you're like 39, right?
Yeah, thanks.
He's old.
No. I don't know. I mean, now, and I also have daughters too, so it's like I see them TikTok, all that kind of stuff. They're not. They look at it though. So I'm like, well, I guess I can't do that because that's theirs, or maybe I should because it is
Yeah,
theirs.
you should.
I don't know. But marketing wise, marketing is an interesting thing, right? So you gotta be in front of people, but then you also want to be in front of people that are into your stuff. Like how much of the time, Bianca, do you spend trying to for new converts versus trying to let the people who love your stuff know about your stuff?
Man, honestly, they're two totally different groups.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of our regular client base, they stick to a lot of our, core stuff. They come to a lot of our family events, whereas when we're bringing in new customers, they come for the tang, or they, come for, chicken shit bingo, or, it's different. You're marketing to two totally different groups, and you really can't leave either one out.
Okay.
They're both equally as important to
So
our
you just have
growth.
like 2 phones all day?
No,
So-
no, but we try to come up with different beer styles, and can art, or names or whatever to that we think will appeal to both groups, or either or. We know what we're when we're making this, we know what we're gonna get.
Yeah.
Back a few months ago, before COVID, we had done kind of like a Sonic Drinks series. We did Ocean Water.
Yeah.
It was another one from our Fish Face series.
Mm-hmm.
And, man, we saw what a different crowd, definitely a younger demographic.
Yeah.
So
It's
yeah.
It's definitely, you can't do one without the, like you have to make good beer. We all know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a starter. Like you can't not have great beer. But then you do also have to push boundaries and try new things. And I don't know how y'all do it. Like to find the balance of, we're gonna stick with, we're gonna make sure our classics are on point and to style how we want to do it, and it's our interpretation. It's not just see a Fest beer over there. It's like Fest beers are fantastic. I went to a family party, and they had our family and their family and extended family and all that. And they just kind of sprung it on me at the last, like, we're going to do beer comparisons, and we thought you could do that. And I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I can. Let's do this. And so, we went with a lot of old school, like German, Fest beers, like the old school stuff, right? Like the OG, all of those. And I was like, oh, yeah, I guess I do know a lot about this. But I presented it in a way that they'd never heard it before. They're kind of not new to craft beer, but it's just kind of a thing they've done. But at the end of the night, they were really enthusiastic about it, and I was like, "All right, cool. That was a lot of fun." And so, I mean, I guess it's the same with the young crowd, the kids, right? You get them in for the tang, but then it's like, "Hey, I know you like this beer, and it's fantastic, but you ever tried one of these?" And then you get them on some like old school, classic, crispy lager, and they're like, "I didn't know I even liked that," and then they do. I guess that's all part of it, but I like that a lot.
Yeah, and I think with these kind of fun experimental beers, everybody wants to try them, but in the end, everybody goes back to the classics, the traditional styles.
Yeah, I like seeing, because I mean they go best with sandwiches when you get down to it, right?
And beer cheese.
Oh, beer. Well,
We didn't
okay,
even talk about the beer cheese.
let's talk about beer cheese. Which beer do you put in the beer cheese?
Cheap sunglasses.
Okay. No, thank you. Oh, right up here at the top. Thanks,
go.
TD Mike.
Yeah.
Blend of cheeses and cheap sunglasses IPA. Oh, so you want... Okay, so let me ask you this. Served cold with a pretzel. So do you... I know I've read some books on cooking with beers. IPAs,
Yep.
if you like boil down a hoppy beer, it's going to get super bitter, right?
Yep.
So when you're adding the cheap sunglasses to the cheese, is it towards the end when, are you melting? Or you just mix it in?
So it's served cold. So it's a couple of cold cheeses. Put them in the food processor.
Oh, that's
some
it.
Spices them up in there, and
Just
little
like
cheap
that.
Sunglasses to
Oh.
get it dippable.
Oh.
So you don't have a hard cheese you're trying to dip
That's-
in
Okay. You got me. You got me. Cooking with beer is a whole nother deal,
a pretzel.
right?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Because you can, like, I'll use beer in like a roast or something, like like a Meriton or Fest beer or
Absolutely.
brown ale or something
Yep.
like that, right? Or what do you got on your socks? What are you showing?
Pretzels and
Oh.
Das Boot.
Yep.
Oh, Das Boot. Oh,
You have a boot on your socks.
have you ever done the Das Boot? Have you ever drank out of a boot? The boot glass. You got to turn it right.
What's that a boot?
Yeah. You got to turn it right at the end because of the
bubble.
The bubble. Right. You've seen
bubble.
Beer Fest, right? You've never seen it?
Wow.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
All right, I know what we're doing after this.
Just seriously, it's one of those movies you have to watch.
It's made by the guys from Super Troopers. Come
yeah.
on.
I love that movie.
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
It's and this time of year too because it's all about German beers and all of that, right? This is a great.
I really am disappointed though that Smoke Fest never came out after that.
I know, right? And it almost seems like they've passed it by because it's
Yeah.
legal everywhere now.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
But I guess beer was legal everywhere when they did Beer Fest. They should just do a second Beer Fest.
True.
I think they could do a sequel to that.
Maybe have their kids, come and protect their parents' honors.
Something, yeah. And then they're all into doing like some crazy, different style, and they're trying to teach them, the traditional, family recipe.
Yeah, because did they open up a brewery at the end?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah, they started making the beer. It was the,
Yeah.
The shits and giggles.
Yeah.
yeah, the von Wolfhausen recipe, family
Yes.
recipe. But it was already a brewery in Germany. They were using that recipe. I wonder if they were allowed to use it in, like, if they came together as a family
Maybe.
and said, we're going to turn this into a global conglomerate brewery. And they had their restaurant and everything, but yet,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Need to get on it.
Something. Yeah, a sequel would be fun.
They got Super Troopers 2. Now let's get Beer Fest 2.
Why wouldn't they do that?
I don't know.
They should.
I think they GoFunded me the Super Troopers 2 too.
Did they?
Yeah.
Maybe we can get behind we need to start.
I
I'll start
don't think anyone ever watched that one.
Super Troopers 2?
Yeah.
I haven't. I'll be honest. I didn't watch it.
Me
I watched
neither.
the first one. I just never got around to the second one.
Y'all are true fans.
Is it worth? Does it
It's
hold
worth
up?
it. Oh my God, yes.
Does it hold up to the story and everything of the first one?
Yes.
Okay.
It's good.
I'll give it a go. We talk about movies sometimes on this show. I'm thinking about doing some episodes of just like beer and movie pairings.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
You should have done that at the first of COVID.
I should have. Now everybody's out. No,
Yeah.
We don't want to watch any more movies.
Yeah, we're tired of them.
Although we've been watching a lot of horror movies. We watched Children of the Corn with my kids
Oh, really?
the other day, and
It's an American lager. Get that corn flavor.
yeah, no, they decided to go with the my 14 and almost 14-year-old, and she'll be 14 in a week.
Ooh, teenagers.
I know, right? Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. They're
Yeah.
weird. Stephen King movies, bad endings. Like interesting concepts, but then the endings are always like, I guess we should end the movie now, and that's what happens.
Have you seen The Mist?
Mm-mm.
That one is crazy good, and
Yeah?
the ending is super shocking.
Okay.
Yeah, it's great. You need to watch that one.
Okay, that's Stephen King.
Yes.
Okay, I'll give it a go. Like, hopefully somebody else wrote the ending because what I learned is he doesn't outline his books; he just starts writing, and so then I think he's just like, I guess I'll end it here.
No, this ending will leave you just like shocked, like, oh my God, I can't believe it ended that way.
The Mist. When did it
Yes.
come out?
It's been out for a while.
Okay.
Yeah, it's I don't know.
Like 2000s, though, right?
Yes.
Okay, because Children of the Corn's like 83 or 4 or something like that. It's old, and it looks old. I mean, there's some creepy moments. But the redhead. Have y'all seen Children of the Corn?
I haven't.
Oh, it's on Amazon Prime if you want to go
I'll check
watch it.
that
Which
out.
Amazon Prime Music, you can now get InterBrews on Amazon Prime Music. So if you're an Amazon person, you just say, "Hey Alexa, play InterBrews." Boom.
Oh,
Yeah.
did not know that.
Mm-hmm. We're on all the places.
Ooh.
We're on your Apple thing can do it. Hey Apple or Siri or
Did
whatever.
you get a big contract from Spotify?
No big contracts, but they do have our podcast.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, yeah, Spotify, Apple.
Joe Rogan level.
We just minus the money.
Yeah.
Other than it's because they gave all of it to him.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Maybe now that he's in Texas, they'll notice that we're down here doing
Yeah.
this.
Bring spotlight to the Texas podcast.
Yeah, maybe we'll see. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, if you're on Amazon, while you're watching Children of the Corn from 1983 or whatever it was. Yeah, but the redheaded guy that plays Malachi, he was also in Back to the Future. You know, the guy that takes, what's the mom's name? Maureen? What's their name? Marty's mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maureen. Yeah, anyway, at the dance, right, when George's there and he's like, walks away and he's all like, ha, ha, ha. Like, and he turns around, punches him, and then he comes back to playing Earth Angel. That's the guy that plays Malachi a few years before that.
Interesting.
Yeah. So,
Fun fact.
Yeah, there you go. He's a ginger.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, there's nothing. I'm just saying. I was just letting you know.
Well, thank you.
There's nothing wrong.
I knew that.
Yeah.
I know everything about gingers.
Okay. What else do we?
He's heard every joke.
Let's see. We watched Children of the Corn, and we also watched. What was the other one we watched? Really memorable. Now that, like 2 weeks ago, what did we watch? Poltergeist. We watched Poltergeist.
Have you seen the new one?
No. Is it kid friendly? The original's kid friendly. It's PG.
Really?
Really?
Well, like 78 PG, which
Yeah.
meant there was PG and then R,
Yeah.
and there was nothing in between. So there's
I wouldn't say it's kid friendly.
okay. Is it PG-13?
No,
It's
definitely
R.
not. Yeah.
Hard R. Okay. That's the thing. You got to find like the best horror movies are R, but there's some fun like PG-13 ones.
Yeah.
But the best ones are R. You know, for all the you have to tick off the horror movie stuff. You have to have the druggy, right? And then there's some gratuitous nudity, and then a lot of language. And I don't mean like bilingual. I mean like, do y'all have a favorite horror movie? We're in spooky season. That's why I ask. So The Mist and the new Poltergeist, you would say?
No, not the new Poltergeist.
Don't worry with it?
I mean, it was good. I liked it, but I wouldn't say it's my favorite. The Mist is a good one, though. I really like that one. Just the ending makes the whole movie. I don't know. There's so many good ones out there.
I should have sent these questions over beforehand. Caleb, do you?
I appreciate, House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects.
So the Rob Zombie,
Yeah.
that stuff's kind of
Those are good.
Okay.
I think the one that kind of stuck with me is it's more gore, but Hostel.
okay.
That one really
I see the crowd
shook me.
talking about us. That's a totally different vibe than Poltergeist from 1982. Go towards the light. Kris, do you have a favorite? You've been eerily silent over there.
I've never been a horror guy.
Not at all.
He gets scared easily.
Do you? Like if the lights go out, or are you like right next to Kayla? Like, hey.
My experience has been, the ones I've seen, they're very predictable and they're kind of slow. And hey, here's a jump scare. Okay, cool.
Okay. Have you seen The Haunting of Hill House?
No, probably not.
That may change your mind. That's great acting, great story, and will give you chills. Like they don't go away right away. It's so deep. It's really it's a series. It's on Netflix if you have Netflix.
What beer would you pair with that?
The Haunting. Well, I think it's a 8 or 9 part miniseries.
Oh.
Or they're doing a new season called The Haunting of Bly Manor, which is the same
I think
actors.
my wife's watching that.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say that one's gotten rave reviews.
Yeah, the first Haunting of Hill House. If you watch it by yourself at night, especially during a thunderstorm, there's seriously goosebumps. You're gonna I got chicken pox. What would I?
So I'm gonna have to watch the forecast before I can watch the movie.
I mean, you can get started now, but if you happen to come across the cold front this weekend, like Monday or so, if you have
Make
time.
sure by episode 7 you're.
Yes, it plays a pivotal role in
Okay.
the last few episodes.
All right.
Or maybe you can turn on one of those nature soundtracks, with the trickling of water.
You could do that, and maybe just
That's
a stroke.
fake.
If you have some Hue bulbs, you can set it to the storm thing. I got some of those. Those work well.
My lights do that too. They just blink and then they go out when the electricity does.
That's.
Is that how that
That's,
works?
that's normal.
I think that's just bad wiring.
Okay.
Either way, however it works. Let's see. That one's good. What else? If you like fun stuff, I like Cabin in the Woods with full. Did you not like it?
Is that the one with the crazy ending where they're like end up in that place? Okay, I don't want to
Yeah, it's
say any
spoiler alert.
yeah, say any
It's got
spoilers.
Thor. He's super
Oh yeah,
dreamy.
yeah. Okay, that one was weird.
Yeah, it's
I
not.
wasn't expecting
It's more
that.
like a horror comedy. Same thing like Dale and Tucker versus Evil. That was a fun one.
Yeah.
I like the new Halloween, especially if you go back and watch the original and then the new one and skip all the ones in the middle because they're not canon. I don't know if y'all knew that or not.
They're not what?
Canon. They're not part of
Not
the
part of the story.
the canon of the story. They made them. They actually even referred to them in the new one. So the new one came out 2 years ago, I think, and they've got 2 more coming out next year and the year after. But it's like the original Halloween, then the new Halloween, and then these next 2. All the like Halloween 2, 3 is not even related to those. It was supposed to be like this whole other thing. So people watch it. Season of the Witch. You know anybody? No. Okay. Really good one. If you know that it's not part of that story. Happens in the same universe, but it has nothing to do with like Michael Myers.
Oh, okay.
But it's a great movie to watch. I think it's on Amazon Prime. But
I need to catch up on some of these movies.
yeah, that one was like 86. So
Yeah.
there's a reason. It's maybe I don't know. Scream's great. You like Scream? It's kind of
That's all right.
pure
I saw that
90s.
one.
Yeah,
The
Amazon's
first
working
one
on a
was
series,
the first
right?
one was good.
yeah. It's very 90s. It's like that, and if you watch Halloween H2O, that is the most 90s, most like late 90s movie you can get. It's like just concentrated late 90s. There's like
Really?
cre-
Chinkos?
It was Josh Hartnett was in that
Yes.
one. He's like a '90s heartthrob.
what happened to him?
I remember that one.
We don't know. Yes, and there's like Creed playing in the background. Everybody's got the Russell Crowe haircut from Gladiator. People are wearing like chokers and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Frosted Tips.
Yep, Frosted Tips, Doc Martens, all that. It's like pure, just 1997, 98,
Gold.
just
Yes.
concentrated.
Oh my, that was the prime of my life.
Yeah, so you'd if you watch it, you're gonna be like, "This is the life I live," because they're the same age we were then. So, H2O, Halloween H2O.
I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Those are good. Yeah, there's not as many good ones. Like some of the Netflix stuff is all right, but I don't know. I feel like that was the peak because they tried to reboot like Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street. This didn't work.
Did they do a reboot on?
A few years ago, both of those, and they didn't take. And then the new Halloween came out and went bananas. Everybody's like, "Oh, this is great!" And so I think they're going to reboot.
See, now that I'm thinking about it, Nightmare on Elm Street, that was like, I watched that a lot as a little kid. I don't know why, this is going to sound weird, but my grandma had that movie, so we watched it all the time when we were at her house.
The first one.
Yeah.
Okay. I love the ending where they get pulled through the window, and it's obviously a doll.
Yeah, we would be like little kids singing the song, you know,
Oh.
1, 2, Jason's coming for you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
creepy.
Creepy. Jump rope, all that.
Oh,
Just-
wow. That explains a lot.
Maybe so.
Hey,
Okay, so we've got what are we at? We're like 2 weeks to Halloween, a week and a half, something like that.
yeah.
A week from Friday
Yeah.
or Saturday? I mean, what is today?
Today is the 20th.
Oh no, we got a.
Days.
Is it a week from Saturday?
11 days.
Ah man. Okay. What are you going to dress up?
No, I don't even know.
What's-
are people celebrating Halloween this
We
year?
are. We put all the lights up and everything. So,
We got our junk up too. So
yeah. So we're going to go walk around the block. I don't know if anybody's handing out candy, but
we're gonna knock on some doors.
yeah, we're definitely doing that. We're doing that for sure.
I'm going to dress up as COVID.
It's trick or infection.
Yeah. Trick or infection. There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
No, that'd be treat or infection.
Either way,
Or
I mean-
treat your infection.
treat your infection. It's 2 weeks off work. We're asymptomatic. 2 weeks off. Boom. Yeah. Have y'all had any? I did. I got 2 weeks off early in the COVID vacation. I got the
Oh.
COVID vacation early.
No, we've
False
been
positive.
very lucky.
Yeah, I got a false
If you
positive.
don't take a test, you can't fail it, right?
That's true. That was true. Did that help in school? You done? No.
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 That's why I didn't finish college either.
Yeah.
If you don't go to class, they can't fail you.
Exactly.
Turns out they can,
Yes.
actually. They just have to pay.
Oh man, that drop date just slid on by.
Every time. You would think of like I didn't learn. That's like, what did you learn in college? Not to drop on the right by the time, the
Yeah,
deadline.
just Whenever you want to drop it, just do it.
Yep.
Don't put it off.
Yeah, just go do. When you figure it out, when you're in that class, and you're like, I don't need to be here. Go do it right then. That's advice. That's life advice.
In fact, get up and go then.
Yeah, you're not going to hurt the. Well, you may hurt the feelings of the professor or whoever
I mean,
teaching
it's
assistant.
not like you're going to see them again.
Never.
I was gonna say, I think most brewery owners, right? They have like a degree in science, chemistry, engineering.
Do they? Yeah, probably.
Well, not the brewer.
A lot of. Kris, where'd you go to school? You're an A&M, right?
Yep.
Right. A lot of Aggies.
Yep.
A lot of Aggies, like owners. That's what I've noticed. I don't know what the ratio is. Significant.
It's pretty high in Houston.
Yeah. Yeah. I should do that. We should do like school affiliation. And then A&M should probably have a brewing program. Right?
No, they did it as part of a guy from Adelbert's. He was doing a program up there, and I actually got to go up there and speak to his class like the week before Thanksgiving once. So.
Yeah. But that was just like a one time.
It was a one-off class.
Yeah.
I don't think they continued it the next semester. So.
Somebody needs to do one, like Sam Houston or somebody. Or Texas A&M Galveston or somebody. I don't know what else is going on down there. They're not. What else are y'all teaching? Do y'all need all that? Do you need all the engineering? Do you need all the medical school? Oh, he's got to take that. I guess I hope we're on a good shot. We're staying on it. That's probably the guy that's going to put the AC in his brew shed. So.
His he shed.
His he shed. His she-shear he shed. So, yeah. All right. Well, now that he's gone, you want to talk about him? Like, you have any Mike questions?
Who is that guy? Just kidding.
He's TD Mike. That was easy.
What does he direct?
He's got buttons over here. We have 2 cameras. These are easy. You have any other questions? We have any? Okay, let's talk future, because this episode, obviously, we probably won't be back for another couple months. That's typically how this goes, unless y'all want to come on Liquid Lunch. I'd love to do like y'all like on Saturdays. We need to start doing some Saturday shows or something. It's my job, or it's my goal is to get cameras on the go, and I want to get a mobile, like, small short bus as a mobile studio.
Man, you love buses.
I do.
He owns a bus.
Well, I'm married to a woman that owns a bus.
Oh, okay.
I get to see the bus. I get to wash the bus sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I even get to look at the bus and
What do you
get on the bus.
Do you scantily clad? Do you wash the bus? Or?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta stay cool. But no, I want to get a short bus, mobile studio. Hey, is everything good? You getting your mini split put in, or was that roofing or electric? Running electric? Was that what that was? We'll just assume it was.
We definitely weren't talking about you.
We weren't at all.
He was just dealing with his contractors.
Yeah, dealing with his contractor, so it's all good. Okay. Well, from now until the end of the year, what do we got? What's like? We got the holidays coming up. We got Thanksgiving coming up.
Oh, we do.
So
Yeah.
we've been hyper focused on obviously canning up all of our stuff, but we have a lot of exciting things coming up for the rest of the year. A few major releases. I don't know how much we want to.
Ooh. Yeah.
So leave them wanting more.
Okay. So exclusive stuff coming out soon to be
Yes.
announced. So people need to follow on social media. Your
Yes,
favorite,
absolutely.
Your favorite social media, whatever that may be.
We have at least 3 big releases coming out for the remainder of the year, and then of course we'll have small batches thrown in between all of those releases.
Okay, cool. I love the fact that the small batches are like a thing. Like it just on a whim, it's like
yeah.
we should brew this. And then you
Exactly.
knock it out. That's cool. Because that had just started last time we were here.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of some of that experimental type stuff. Do you find a trend, like you've gone through certain styles and then you led to something else, or?
Yeah, we've definitely like, through that program, the small batch stuff, we found like, we'll put this out like a brown ale, and that turned into a large batch, and things like that. I mean, it just helps us kind of key in what our regulars and stuff like.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Fish Face series has been really popular. We've been having a lot of fun with that, doing a lot of different flavors and just being really creative and experimental with those.
Cool.
So hopefully we'll see a lot more coming out of those, and hopefully eventually we can get some canned up.
Okay. Well, we'll wrap there, but everybody check out BAKFISH. Come and get a sandwich and a beer. All the sandwiches.
And then also Masalucha, we're releasing that on Thursday.
Yes, this Thursday at 3 p.m. and we'll have it
4
available on draft, and then we'll have 4-packs, 16-ounce 4-packs
The
available.
perfect size 16-ounce can of Vienna lager to take with you, because that's the perfect serving size for that. That's perfect.
Yeah, and then something exciting too. In November, we're having our homebrew competition.
Oh, go on.
November 15th is going to be the public vote. So come on out. We're going to be tasting everybody's home brews. You'll get to judge, and we'll pick a winner that day.
Is it one style or is it all types?
We let them choose their style. They just had to have use a certain yeast, and then it has to have an ABV over 8%.
Oh,
Over.
8%. Yes.
Oh,
So
okay.
they'll be tiny samples.
All right.
But we got quite a few entries for that, and then that same day, late afternoon, we'll choose a winner, and that person will be using their homebrew to upscale it and make our 5th anniversary beer.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool. I love it. Any of the what's the club around here? Like, I know we got the Mastronauts.
Mastronauts are probably the closest one.
Okay.
We also do one here the first Monday of every month.
Okay.
So, if you got something you want to share, bring it out.
I almost feel like having a bunch of NASA guys brewing beer. It's almost unfair. They're like, we're gonna dry space rock this beer.
Space rock.
Yeah, and then they're all just. It's like, obviously they know they've got everything dialed in, like from an engineering side. It's like, I don't know.
There's still the art to it.
There is the art. There you go. You have to play the right music while you brew that beer. Caleb, what did you play last time you brewed?
Oh, man, I'm on a kick right now between Charlie Crockett and Orville Peck.
Okay.
Yeah, so just like old school country.
Yeah. Have you heard the new? This is not old school, but kind of in that same vein. The new Brothers Osborne.
I haven't.
It's good.
I'll check it out.
They're from West Virginia.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're good. They're good. Anyway, ringing endorsement.
Yeah.
Check them out. You guys, Brothers Osborne? No? Yes? Mike? Okay. Because I made you listen to them? Is that? Okay. They're good. Anyway, and they have a song called Skeletons, which is great for this time of year. Just dropped.
It's timely.
It is. So, anyway. All right, so everybody check out the schedules, check out the menus, check out all the beer releases and all the good stuff, and come get some
cans, man.
Some cans.
Got
All those.
plenty of cans for sale.
Don't stay away from those cans. Come get those cans.
Mm-hmm.
That's fantastic. I love that y'all can. I love it. Such a can-do attitude. All right. Well, we'll wrap there. Mike, great job today, I assume. I'll see it later on the edit. But thanks, everybody, for listening to this episode of InterBrews here at BAKFISH Brewing in Pearland. Come and see them and come hang out. Socially distanced, but open for business and open for beer and open for sandwiches and merriment and all the good things. So cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah. And cheers, Mike. Awesome. So for Bianca and Kris and Caleb and TD Mike, great job, bro. I'm Josh. This is InterBrews.
Is Inter.